Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com. Today I have an idea for you on how to use small stamp sets. I have this one here called What's Up Dear from Maker Forte, the cutest little reindeer, all kinds of them. And then I also have an idea for how to stretch your dies. So I have this word die from Maker Forte, and it also has a shadow. Today I'm not going to be using the shadow, just the word die. So I wanted to pull this card together for you. I already stamped out the little critters, but I am going to show you what I did with that. But look at this. If you cut the U in half from the word Y-O-U, you can turn it into a J and just move the letters around to create the word joy. So I have done this in green and red glitter paper. And look at these. I have stamped these 3 little reindeer out with some trees, and they look sort of random, but when you add the letters J-O-Y, you get the cutest little scene with some glittery fun, and we are going to add some foil to this card too. So look how fun that is. Just an easy way. Now, this paper is from Maker Forte also, and it's got lots of really beautiful designs. Today I wanted to use the stripe design and foil it with some foil. And then I also have these toner card fronts from Deco Foil, and this is a candy cane stripe. It's so fun. So I'm going to heat up my ink machine so we can foil these up. And in the meantime, I wanted to stamp another one of these little scenes for you. You can see I just put them out on the card and tried to space them out so they would fit with those letters. They're not necessarily all in a line. Some are a little bit higher than others. And now I'm just going to color them in so easily with Copic markers. I'm only using a couple of colors of green. A light green, this is YG03. I love a light shade of green for Christmas. And then I'm using a darker green in the G14 to give some shadows beneath each of those tree sections. And then I'll blend that out just a little and add a little bit darker shade to the top section as well. See how fast this is? Super easy coloring. I also used a couple of shades of red for their scarves. And on these particular reindeer, I used red on their noses also. Then I started with a dark brown, the E57, and used that on their antlers and also on the tree trunks. And then the E55 I'm using to just kind of outline those deer. Now these are really small characters, so they are so fast to color. So even if you don't love coloring, these will be pretty easy. I'm blending that through with an E53 and just really not spending too much time at all. So now that my ink machine is nearly warm, I'm going to use some green and some red. I have this light green, but I have just a little bit left of that darker green foil. And then this Radiant Red from Gina K is one of my favorites. It's got little stars in it. If you ever have trouble with your foil sticking to the packaging, just roll that back onto itself and stick that package open, and then your foil won't stick to that. So that's a little trick I learned from my friend. And now I'm going to get this ready for foiling. Anytime I foil with toner sheets, which these are printed with toner, I like to dust it off. I have a separate little brush here that I use for dusting off that toner, and then I get a better foiling result. Now I'm using some copy paper and then also that ink holder that came with my ink machine to run this through. Normally I would use some parchment paper, but this is printed front and back. And so I just wanted a piece of computer paper that I could toss away when I was done foiling it. And I'll show you what I mean by that in just a minute. Here's the other one. This one is only one-sided, so it's not going to leave marks on your parchment paper or the carrier sheet that you run it through. So this one I just did with the green and ran that through with my regular parchment paper. This is the pre-cut parchment sheets from Maker Forte. Now look here, see how it's stuck? I'm just going to toss that computer paper away now. And then I like to loosen it up with my bone folder. Look at what a great result we got on here. So good. There was one spot that I just missed, but I'll cut that off for our card, so there's no worries there. And then this one here, you can see that I did have a problem. I was a little irritated because my parchment sheet had wrinkled. And look, if you can see it here, I'm pointing it out. There's a spot that the wrinkle would not adhere that foil. So when my parchment does that, I usually toss it out because I don't want to have to deal with that. Now, it really wasn't that bad, but I just like a really perfect foiling result. I'm kind of particular about my foiling, and so that did bother me, but not enough to want to redo it. So it's going to be fine on the card because I know that I'm just using it as a background. Now here I am cutting this one down. I just wanted to make sure I got the spot that was not perfect cut off. And now I'll go ahead and attach those letters. I'm just gluing these down with liquid adhesive. If you want to raise these up, you can add extra layers of the die cuts. You could pop them up with foam tape if you wanted to, but I thought these would be just fine. We've got foil and we've got glitter going on this card, so I didn't think it needed extra dimension. So I'll just finish this green one here. I'm just kind of eyeballing it, not worried too much about if it was completely perfect. It's going to be just good enough right there like that. So then I'm going to cut these panels down so that they will fit on our backgrounds. And you're going to notice that I did cut one of the stripe backgrounds smaller so I could have a smaller stripe in the background with an extra white around the borders. And that's this red one right here. And then I cut the green one a little larger for the background so we had more of a foil stripe showing. So a couple different ways you could do it. It just depends on what you're looking for, the look you like. And so here I'm going to go ahead and add these panels, and then we'll just add them to the card base. And that's it. So we've got a really cute little scene here with our word that we cut from the word Y-O-U. And I love the glitter and the foil, and of course those cute little reindeer. Let me move that out of the way. There we go. So there's our green foiled background. Here's our red foiled background with our green glitter. And that's going to be it. So these are easy, simple cards you can make. There's no fussy cutting of these small little images. There's no masking. It's just a very simple, easy card. So I hope I gave you a good idea today and that you'll give this a try. If you do, I hope you'll tag me on social media. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it and subscribe to my channel. I'll be back soon with more card inspiration. Thanks for stopping by. Bye-bye.